Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This video describes scenarios that some viewers may find uncomfortable or disturbing, including themes of emotional manipulation, isolation, and abuse. All characters, persons, and imagery in this video are entirely fictional, and the video is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. The denizens of the lower planes have many ways of tempting mortals. The soul is, after all, the ultimate currency within the planes, and mortals provide these souls in abundance, if one only knows how to acquire them. Many fiends of different stripes do this with promises of power. The devils use binding contracts to grant services, favors, and riches to those that deal with them. The demonic hordes capture souls through more direct and often violent means. In some cases, the evils of mortals is enough to damn them, and when their souls go screaming into the lower planes, they become fair game for whatever entity picks them up first. But it is far more entertaining when one does the corrupting themselves. My kind, for instance, are far more hands-on. I am an incubus, or succubus, depending on what form suits me at the time. For the moment, physical form is an afterthought. Fiends like myself have difficulty manifesting in the mortal world, but there are always cracks in the wall, passages to slip through for those in the know. The ethereal plane is the perfect passageway for my kin. A permeable reality just under the skin of the cosmos. As my spirit moves from the lower planes through the gray ethereal realm, I follow the scent of mortal flesh and soul. Dreaming mortals can sometimes wander, or rather, brush against the ethereal. I follow the scent, passing through walls and locked doors like a specter, and happen upon my quarry. A sleeping maiden, a priestess by the looks of her, just starting her righteous journey. Oh, this will be most rewarding. Thought, word, and deed. If I can influence this woman to betray her purity and commit acts of evil in all these ways, then her delectable soul will be mine. I choose my voice very carefully. Something handsome and calming, and speak directly to her dreaming mind. Greetings. Hush, hush, now there's no need to be afraid. I'm an ally. I'm a friend. I've wished to speak with you for a long time, and your faith has grown strong enough that we can talk now. Young lady, I wanted to ask you, why did you choose this path? A path of a cleric of Saloon. The goddess of the moon is, well, curious. She wants to know what drives you to walk her path. Is it a true desire to aid those in need, protect them from the darkness? Or are you running away, denying yourself what you truly want because you think what you want is not what you deserve? I'll be back tomorrow night. We can talk more, but sleep for now. Sleep and awaken rested. Night after night, I visit the young lady again and again, whispering to her. Why hide away in this cold temple? Enjoy the light of the sun and the moon. Isn't that what your goddess would want?
What do you want?
There's so much to do out there. You don't need to be afraid of what's in your heart. You can be free.
No rules, no limits. What do you want?
To do all the things you want to do, that you were told not to do. Because, why?
Why?
Because a deity you never even met has ordered it so? What do they know of it? What does anyone know of you except for you? Is what you want really so wrong? I can help you.
Let me help you.
Just dream about me, of letting me walk with you, and I'll be there.
I will come to you.
I can feel it. With a little persuasion, her thoughts have turned from genuinely righteous goals to more self-serving, dare I say, depraved thoughts. One down, two to go. The next morning, I give myself a disguise from her own mind. The handsome young man, a farmer type, like the one she imagined lived outside her city. A man of rugged expression and gentle demeanor. A little magic to hide my horns and wings, and just like that, I am quite literally the man of her dreams. I come by her temple every day and watch her sweep the floors, read her manuscripts. I talk to her whenever I can. I bring her flowers and chocolates, little gifts, things that she is forbidden from having. I can tell by the look on her face she enjoys speaking to me more than any of her priestly duties. The next part of her corruption is now. I engage her in debate. Between flirtatious words and jests, I poke holes in her logic, prod at her thoughts on the faith she chooses to practice. Bit by bit, I can see her walls coming down. She's admitting to wanting more out of life than what the temple has to offer. This was her mother's dream, not her own. Then she says it. I'm not even sure I want to worship Saloon, or any god. My lips crack into a sly smile, hidden behind a mask of sincerity when she turns to look my way again. Well, that's a shame. You never even had a choice. Ah, I have a wonderful idea. Why not go out with me for one night? I'll keep an eye on you, and you can enjoy all the pleasures and excitements the city and the countryside have to offer. I'll have you back at the temple before dawn. No one will notice you went missing. I offer her my hand, and she takes it, freely and of her own will. Night after night, excursion after excursion, we venture out, from shy merrymaking to loud indulgences to pure debauchery. In 3 months' time, I have turned this young maiden, a promising priestess, a shining example of the faith of the moon goddess, into a shameless, petty, self-serving, downright wicked degenerate. Thought, word, and deed. Her corruption is complete. Now to land the finishing blow on my prey. I take her out one last time, comforting her in a secluded alleyway. She wails in a pitiful way, miserable over being kicked out of the temple, the only home she's ever known. The sisters of the Moon Maiden could stand her wretched new behavior no more. Now all she had was me. Oh, there. They did not understand you, not like I did. They did not deserve you. At least you have me, and I have you. She leans in for a kiss. Anything to comfort and reassure her. I oblige, and as my lips press into hers, I feast. Her eyes weave a tale I've seen before and never grow weary of, from anticipation of pleasure and satisfaction, then the realization, followed at last by the terror. My emptiness, the longing for a corrupted soul begins to wane, while her face contorts in pain and despair. Her eyes roll back in her head, blood drips from her ears, nose, and mouth. Her body shrivels like a raisin, till it is little more than a dead husk, heaped onto the ground in this shithole street corner. Ah, my dear, that was spectacular! Apologies if it wasn't as good for you as it was for me. But this was never about you. I give her withered corpse a bow, and with her captive soul, I make my departure back into the ethereal plane. It isn't long before I'll need to feed again. I can already sense promising prey. Desperation and heartache. A man whose lover recently left him for someone richer, but who still holds out hope. Perhaps tonight he will be visited by the man or woman of his dreams. Thank you all so much for watching. No sponsors this time, given the nature of the Incubus and Succubus and the overall theme of the script. I decided it's best to play it safe. A special thank you to all of my patrons for voting on this video's topic. If you want to be able to vote on a video's topic, see videos early and completely ad-free, and gain access to my monthly Monsters homebrew package, then check out my Patreon. You get all that for just $5 a month. As always, be sure to like the video, share it around, subscribe, and leave a comment, for I am seduced by the YouTube algorithm demon and must do what they please. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers!